The U.S. Department of Defense accused President Vladimir Putin of acting with depravity during the invasion of Ukraine. Pentagon spokesman John Kirby was visibly emotional when he asked how any moral person could justify Russia's disasters. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said on Friday he remained open to peace talks with Putin. But he said the talks had a high probability of failure as Russia remained on the offensive. Speaking to Polish media, Mr. Zelensky said he wanted to meet Mr. Putin in person because one person decides everything in Russia. But the devastation left by the Russians in the areas they occupy makes any negotiations difficult, he added. After Bucha and Mariupol, the people, Ukraine, just wanted to kill them, the Russians. With that feeling, it's hard to talk about anything. On Thursday, Ukraine announced a hunt for 10 Russian soldiers believed to have committed war crimes in Bucha, a suburb north of Kyiv where at least 400 civilians were killed. I don't think we fully understand the extent to which Mr. Putin can repeat such violence and cruelty, Kirby said on Friday. He denied the reasons Mr. Putin gave justifying the invasion, that he defended Russians and Ukrainians from fascism, and added, it's hard to justify those allegations with what he's doing inside Ukraine with innocent people. They've been shot in the head from behind, hands tied behind their backs, pregnant women killed, hospitals bombed. The BBC's Joel Gunter from Kyiv says there is growing evidence that Russia has forced large numbers of people to cross the border into Russia since the invasion began in February. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said in an interview published Saturday that more than 1 million people have been evacuated from Ukraine to Russia since February. That number includes about 120,000 foreigners, in addition to hundreds of thousands from Russia-backed breakaway regions in eastern Ukraine, the Donetsk and Luhansk regions, Mr. Lavrov told China's Xinhua news agency. Ukraine's deputy prime minister told the BBC that Moscow had sought to trade Ukrainian civilians for Russian prisoners of war, a move banned by the Geneva Convention. The Russian side confirmed on Friday that the Russian military carried out an airstrike on the capital Kyiv during the visit of the UN Secretary-General. Journalist Vera Herk was killed in that airstrike after the apartment building where she lived was hit by a rocket. The Russian Defense Ministry said it had deployed high-precision long-range anti-aircraft weapons to target the missile factory in Kyiv. U.S. increases aid to Ukraine. Now, after more than 2 months of hostilities, U.S. President Joe Biden has proposed to the U.S. Congress a bill to spend $33 billion in military, economic and humanitarian aid to Ukraine, a significant increase in support of the United States to Ukraine. The massive aid package is controversial in the U.S. Congress, competing with other priorities at home, but U.S. House of Representatives Speaker Nancy Pelosi said on Friday she hoped it would pass soonly. Possible. In Kyiv, Mr. Zelensky called the approval of the bailout concrete proof that freedom can defend itself against oppression. I am sure that now the Lend-Lease aid package will help Ukraine and the whole free world to fight back against the ideological successors of the fascists who started the war against us, he said in a statement. Friday night speech. Britain has also announced it will send about 8,000 troops to exercises across Eastern Europe to demonstrate the West's resolve against continued Russian aggression.